Once upon a time, in a quiet town nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling lake, there lived a young student who was known for his intelligence and diligence. He was preparing for an important exam that would determine his future. Days turned into weeks, filled with intense study sessions, and the young student was determined to succeed. However, as the exam date approached, something unexpected happened. The once confident student began to experience sleepless nights, not because he was studying, but because he was worrying. His mind raced with negative thoughts. What if I fail? What if people laugh at me? What if I'm not good enough? These thoughts tormented him, making it difficult to focus on his studies or find peace. One night, overwhelmed by his racing thoughts, the young student decided to seek help from his wise teacher, who was renowned for her ability to guide students, not just academically, but also in life. When he shared his worries with the teacher, she listened patiently, and then did something that puzzled him. She went to a nearby table, picked up a cup of water, and started pouring more water into it. The cup was already full to the brim, and any additional water was spilling over the edges. "This cup is like your mind," the teacher said, her voice calm and steady. "If it's too full, nothing useful can enter. You must empty it." Confused, the young student asked, "But how do I do that? How do I stop these thoughts?" The wise teacher stopped pouring water and looked at the student. "You must let go of your fear, your doubt, and all those endless what-ifs. Only then can your mind become empty and ready to receive new ideas and strategies." The young student pondered over his teacher's words. As the exam approached, he found himself constantly overthinking and worrying. This had become a habit that was hard to break, but he realized that if he wanted to succeed, he had to do something about it. So he started paying attention to his thoughts. Whenever he found himself thinking negatively, he would stop and try to focus on his breath. He reminded himself of his teacher's words, "Empty your mind." It wasn't easy, but with practice, he got better at it. As the day of the exam arrived, he walked into the examination hall with a calm and empty mind. He sat down, took a deep breath, and started writing. To his surprise, he found that he was able to recall everything he had studied. He answered each question with clarity and confidence. The once worried student had become calm and focused. When he came out of the exam hall, he saw his teacher waiting for him. She had a warm smile on her face. The young student, still feeling the calmness that he had discovered, approached her. "Thank you, teacher," he said. "I understand now. An empty mind is not weakness. It is freedom from unnecessary noise." The wise teacher nodded, her eyes filled with pride. "You have learned a valuable lesson, my student. Remember, it is not the mind that is weak, but the thoughts that make it so. You have the power to choose what you think and how you react. So empty your mind, stop overthinking, and focus on action. That is the path to peace and success." And that is the story for today. Friends, the key message of this story is that overthinking can be harmful, but an empty mind can lead to peace and success. When we stop overthinking and empty our minds of negative thoughts, we can focus on our goals and take positive actions. By doing so, we can achieve our desired outcomes and live a more peaceful life. Just like the young student, we can learn to control our thoughts and emotions and use them to our advantage. When we let go of worry and doubt, we open ourselves up to new possibilities and opportunities. So remember, friends, when you are facing challenges or feel overwhelmed, take a moment to pause and reflect. Let go of your worries and trust in yourself. Take action towards your goals and believe in your ability to succeed. And if you enjoyed the story, please don't forget to share it with your family and friends. Until next time, goodbye.